If you ever wanted an example of what a stock pivot is or a sector pivot, there it is. I made this prediction earlier. I said it days ago. I said it 18 months ago, and there it is, happening right there. Look at the main S&P index, the mega caps essentially, and look at Virgin Galactic. A few moments ago, I said the rally would stop and it would happen after the bell because retail investors are the ones most affecting this stock. They won't be on it like institutions buying overnight, but they can't anyway with this stock on Robinhood at least. They're buying the S&P. The S&P is going to pump today on the PPI news, as you've seen, and money will come out of mega caps. Will come out of the small caps, which it went into yesterday for a quick profit, and back into mega caps. And I said this morning that there'll be one last hurrah just before the bell, and there was. Just before the bell, retail investors get switched on. They weren't really paying attention this morning when the PPI came out. They wasn't paying attention throughout the evening. They wasn't paying attention yesterday. They were all busy buying, getting carried away, and there it is. You can see it now. It popped straight up just after the bell and it's gone straight down. There it is. Be careful. That could go all the way down to $7 today. People will take profits from this. And the very opposite is now happening in the mega caps. You can see it going just there. Remember, I started with $5,000. I'm now at $104,494. I put my money where my mouth is as well. Yesterday, I've got now $30,000 of margin. That is as much money as I borrowed to buy my first house. So that is incredible when I look back on my life and think, bloody hell, you've bought $30,000 of margin. That's basically what you paid for your first house all those years ago. Quite incredible when I actually analyze that. But there you go. So what's happening today? We've got a pivot. If you ever wanted to know an example, a perfect example of a pivot and the way Wall Street works, you are watching it in real life, exactly as I predicted to the moment I said it would happen. Let me just confirm again, because you can learn so much from this. I've been doing this for 3 years now, and I'm staring at screens 12 hours a day, and there are patterns everywhere. I'm not a chart reader, as you know. I have Sensei for that. But I look at the numbers, the facts, the fundamentals, human behavior, the way the stock market works. It's why I talk to CEOs. It's why I understand what's going on. Basically, in a 30-second soundbite, what happened yesterday? We got better than expected CPI. But what that meant was the companies that make money because they have cash on high interest rates, that time has come to an end. Even though PPI has come in hot, it's not really hot. It's as expected. However, it scared the market a bit this morning, and they're thinking, oh, hang on a minute, rates aren't going to come in September. They are. I do believe they are. I haven't changed my theory at all. And it doesn't even matter if I'm wrong. What's happened is yesterday, mega caps got sold. They got sold and they moved into small caps. Virgin Galactic, I'm just using as an example, it got overbought. Tesla got oversold. Has been overbought and now is getting oversold, but now it has extra problems because of robo-taxi. Now today, the very reverse has happened. We've got PPI coming in. PPI is a little bit more, a little bit hotter than some had hoped, not as expected. It did exactly what it was supposed to do, which it did. Now people are going, great, I made some money from Virgin Galactic yesterday. I made some money on the Russell. I made some money on the small caps. I'm now going to buy back the stocks that are on discount. So they've moved back into the mega caps again, hence why the S&P is rallying. So the point of this is, first of all, it's how to understand how a pivot works from one sector to the other. But another lesson I think that can be learned or garnished from this perhaps is trader or investor. Think about this for a moment. Those that sold yesterday are now chasing the market to get back in, and they're pushing it up again. I didn't do that. I bought because I understood the numbers and what was about to occur. And I was right. I used $10,000 of margin to back up my claims, back up my beliefs of rate cuts, back up my claims of overbuying and overselling. I made that decision to buy yesterday with margin before the CPI was announced. I didn't do it afterwards. I didn't chase the market. I bought it on the dip. Yes, it went lower, but I didn't chase it. The point is people are trading and running around chasing their tails. So what do you do now? If you bought yesterday and you sold straight away, if you did it on your brokerage account, you're now going to be charged 20% on those gains as a tax. Hopefully you're tax exempt, or you did it on an IRA or ISA in the UK and you've got away from that. But if not, you're going to pay tax. You're now chasing the stock and having to reposition again. If you're an investor, however, you know what you believe, you know where your businesses are going, and you simply own them and allow them to grow over time and earn you money. My dividend payments are now going to cover my interest on what I'm paying for the dividends are going to pay the interest on my margin right now. So my margin is free. I now own so much of the S&P, it's going to pay for the margin. So for me, it wins because I'm a long-term investor. Anyway, there's a definition of a pivot and perhaps the differences between a trader and investor. Be very careful if you're chasing the stock today. I could see, and I do expect, another all-time high today. My all-time high is 105,000, and I'm expecting to massively exceed that. I could actually reach 106,000 today, make another $1,000 on top of that. Great. Click above my head for all the links down below in the description. Over here and over here, I'll post more videos I think you'll find useful. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.